Howdy, I'm Rowdy, and thank you for watching. You have just tuned in to another episode of the ADHD Unchained podcast. We are now on episode 3. It's been a few weeks since we recorded, and of course, as always, I'm here with my co-host, Kanye South. Kanye, how you been, man?
Uh, look, I'm sorry we've been gone for so long. This month has been pretty busy for me.
Oh, dude, it's been
In
crazy for
terms of
me too, man.
yeah, yeah, in terms of like vacation time, in terms of work. Oh, it's all chaotic. But we finally had time to settle down, relax, and be able to record with all y'all, for our maybe 3 or 4 viewers at this point.
Maybe.
Yeah. but but uh but no, we had a lovely church session, a seminar, just before this. We were chatting for like 10-15 minutes, and then we decided to record this here for you guys because we haven't done it for a bit. Because like,
Yeah,
oh, we did this project.
right.
We better keep up with it.
Yeah. So I mean, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Before for our listeners, before we got into this, we started talking about D&D, and we're like, you know what? This is what we're going to record on. We're going to record on D&D. And Kanye, why don't you tell the folks about your crazy idea?
Uh, which one of my actual character that's going on right now, or are we talking
You know
like?
what? Let's start with the characters that we're playing now, and then we'll go into the ones that we're going to play in the future, or we're
Okay,
thinking about
okay,
playing in the
okay.
future.
Well, I feel like we can come up with a different So here's my plan for this session, by the way, guys. Okay. With the whole D&D thing. Uh, so the second half of this whole podcast about what I like to plan on doing is we're gonna think about, like, come up with random characters, like different characters, like, let's say Ghostface, Homer Simpsons, even the Grinch, let's just say. And we're gonna come up with different, uh maybe like a species, a different class, maybe a multi-class or multi-species kind of deal. And if we're really feeling up for a little challenge, maybe come up with a sub. I feel like that would be a little taste tester, a little challenge for us. Uh, but to those 3 or 4 viewers listening or listening to this, uh, wherever you can find it right currently, if you have any suggestions for us, for and you do enjoy this, that we'll do another time, and we'll maybe do your suggestions as well.
Yeah, so make sure you
But
leave a comment, but make sure you also like and subscribe and click that notification bell. Go ahead and drop kick it so you can get the latest every time we upload. Uh,
yeah, do it, or else the baby goblin name George gets it.
oh, God.
He'll get it. George will get it if you don't like and subscribe.
At least it's
I'm
not
sorry.
stink
Those are the
finger.
rules. I would just do that for free.
Yeah, I
I would
drop
just
kick stick finger
kick
for
him
free.
to the curb
For,
for
for,
free.
for those
Yeah.
who don't know, in a previous campaign, stick finger was a goblin who just terrorized us. He was like stupidly broken for a goblin, and he'd just show up at random times just to terrorize us for absolutely no reason. And we never could, we finished and we couldn't ever, kill the Joker. He just, attack
Well,
us and then like run away, and he was like stupidly broken with speed and everything. It was a jerk.
well, it wasn't really finished. The campaign wasn't finished. It was more discontinued kind of deal.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
Unfortunately, which
we accomplished like the main goals of the story. So
uh, I wouldn't really say that. There's like a whole lot more to be done.
oh yeah, there was
But
a
I'd
lot more
say,
that we could do, but we hit up the high points and we didn't, But no, but right now I am playing a Goliath barbarian, and with the new D&D that's out, I'm loving Goliath because I used to play human variant, dwarf, something like that. I'm always playing a tanky dude. Never been one for finesse or anything like that. I'm always straightforward, and that's kind of been a problem with me because in a different campaign with a different group, I'm playing a Earth Genasi as a Hexblade Warlock, and I'm used to just running into the fight and killing people, and with this guy, I'm running into the fight and I'm getting killed or being knocked unconscious all the time. So it's crazy. But no, but with this campaign, with the I'm doing a Frost Giant Ancestry Goliath, and it's a lot of fun. And it's I think I've liked Fire Giant better so far, just because you could do like splash damage with Fire
Mm-hmm.
Giants, so radius damage. But with Frost, it's like just per person per creature. So, but yeah, no, but I did have like the greatest start. Like just to give y'all a quick little story, we started our first fight in a tavern. First fight of the campaign, and one dude hopped on a table that I was at, and then and then left me. And then I was like, Mr. DM, isn't that a opportunity of attack? And he was like, yes, it is. I was like, okay, I know how I would like to attack, but I don't know how to roll it. He's like, what do you want to do? I said, I want to stick my left hand under the left side of the table, my right hand over the right side of the table, and I'd like just to give it a quick flip onto the guy. And he allowed me. He was a gracious DM. And so, yeah, did it, trapped him under it, and then I propped my feet up on top of him. He was out for the rest of the fight. It was great. I loved it so much. You know. And then another guy came and attacked me, and I just kind of, while still sitting down on my bench, I grabbed my ball and just knocked him across the room. And I rolled max damage. He was out. I mean, it was just great. I'm really loving the new barbarian and the new and the new Goliath in this. But
Oh
Kanye,
yeah.
what are you doing with your character?
All right. So, wait, did you say your subclass or?
No, I haven't done my subclass yet because we haven't made it that far. But I'm planning on doing. I think I'm gonna go with the Tree of Yggdrasil or the Path of Yggdrasil or whatever it's called. Look,
Let me.
for our viewers, like, look, we're not professional D&D players. We're casuals, all right. So please don't roast us in the comments too bad.
You're just gonna get those people like, oh, I don't like this guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the path of the which one?
Yggdrasil, I think, or Path of the Tree, something along those lines. It all has to do with the Tree of
Path of the
Yggdrasil, and
path of the world tree.
yes, Path of the World Tree. That's it. That's it. So yeah, but it kind of goes off the Tree of Yggdrasil, and my Goliath it comes from a very Arctic background, and he's got like a very Nordic theme about him. So it just Yggdrasil comes from Norse mythology. It just and he uses like Norse words on occasion because he's just he's an outcast. He's one of those. I'm doing a different flavor of barbarian because he's wise, but he's not intelligent. Is just because he's not educated, kind of thing. He's not an idiot, but he knows how to survive. He has the wisdom to have common sense. But he's not the clumsy big oaf like most barbarians are portrayed.
I would have thought you were in like Path of the Berserker or something.
See, I thought about that because that's just kill, kill, kill. But from what I understand, because this is my first time playing, this is actually my first time playing barbarian. To be honest, I've always played like paladin or cleric. I've always been a armored tank. Um,
Mm.
but with cleric, I'd always multi-class with fighter just so I can get a get a second attack.
Sure.
But anyways, because you only get one attack as a cleric. But
Mhm.
yeah, but I thought about both just kill, 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 and from what I understand, Path of the World Tree it like helps with movement. You know, you can kind of teleport back and forth. Not you know, it kind of helps with the spontaneity of the battlefield, from what I understand. Oh no, seemed interesting, seemed on point with Brand, and you know, and I am going to go. You know, 100% of the time, I am going to go with whatever is most on brand, and I'm going to play my character the way that I think my character would do. Because there's a lot of times whenever you know, I have to fight with myself between what Rowdy would do versus what my character would do. You know, my Rowdy wouldn't start a fight whenever he's surrounded, but but this guy would. You know,
Yeah.
it's Iskander definitely would.
Yes. But yeah. Uh. Anyways. So my character does have last name, but for keeping it surprises and all that for everyone. I'm not gonna say it, but my character's name is Callus. Callus is a tiefling sorcerer kind of deal. Okay. Uh, and so he's like, uh, I'm already forgetting his appearance. Uh, he let's see here. He has pretty much snow white eyes, like a regular build kind of deal, like a 5'10", 200 pound, uh, young boy. He's like 18 years old, so he's very young, like just becoming an adult kind of deal. Uh, uh, and
I'm a little
his
boy.
is like okay, he has medium length uh weight wavy like baby powered white hair.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh dark blue skin, of course. Couple distinct features about him. He his tail, instead of a normal tiefling tail, its design is almost like a sea dragon. So like it has a little bit of scales in the tail, but but it's like the still like thin like tail as a normal tiefling.
Mm-hmm.
But like the end piece or whatever, what is that? The end of the tail kind of deal is almost like a sea dragon fin kind of deal. Tail fin, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Uh, but he also wears a necklace that's uh like a navy blue crescent moon kind of deal.
Ah.
Yes. Now I don't want to reveal too much of his background because it's pretty there. Kind of will have to go with like the plot kind of deal. So pretty much he all I can really say, I guess, for surprises and all that for not only Rowdy but also the other people in the campaign. He is kind of he's on a mission. Where he has to go pretty much find something. Uh, for his bloodline, if that makes sense. Uh, for his family,
Uh-huh.
not bloodline, family. For his family.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
don't give away too much, Kanye. All right, we don't need
I
any
know,
spoilers, so we
I
can give
know.
later.
No. It's only a couple small things. I'll leave those at that. Uh, but also another very important thing. Callus, he had trouble with gaining control of magic growing up, whereas like his siblings, everyone else around him, and all that would get or be able to reveal what kind of magic they had at a young age, and then by the age he is right now, be able to perfect their kind of magic, or like be able to like kind of where the basic level of like a good attack magic kind of deal, whatever the magic they do. Callus didn't have that really. He has no magic, pretty much, but he has a little magic, but he doesn't realize that. He's very oblivious. Uh, in which he wants to have this like leader mentality, and he's confident, but he constantly overthinks kind of deal. Uh, but with his mom's footsteps, he does want to be like on the good side of things kind of deal. As he
As he what?
as more as most of his life. Sorry, did it cut off for you?
Yeah, a little bit, but it's fine.
Okay, okay. Most of his life, he where it felt chaotic. If for him, it felt like his moments with his mom was very peaceful, I would say.
Okay.
So family is very, very important to him. But with not being able to use magic, he still wants to train and all that kind of deal. So what does he do? He has a bag of rocks with him, in which he'll constantly throw bags of rocks. What Callus doesn't realize is that his hands they have a little bit of magic power, and he doesn't realize that. So
It-
he kind of manipulates like different like elements with it with his hand So like he lights rocks on fire kind of deal, but he just thinks it's a normal thing that anyone can do kind of deal. He's that oblivious, but he just doesn't. He doesn't. And if someone just tells him not, but like no, that's magic. He's like no, no, not really.
yeah.
Uh,
Just
but
oblivious.
yeah, very oblivious
Going
to
with that
that
anime
specific part
trope,
at
are
least.
we? Alright, I
Mhm.
see.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Shush. He also has a stick. It's a very, very important stick. You know why? The
Because
stick does
Jose has
absolutely
the
nothing.
steak.
No. No. Okay. Okay. Let's not try to get canceled here, Rowdy, for copyright.
It
But
won't
no.
be copyright for
Uh. No.
referencing.
I
It's
know.
fine.
I know. I know. I know. I know, Rowdy. It's a joke. But no. The stick is very important. You know why, Rowdy? Because
Because
the
it's a
stick does
steak.
absolutely nothing. Yeah,
Yep.
it does absolutely nothing. For now, because eventually we were playing, because me and my DM, or me and our DM, or our DM and I,
We're planning something for it.
English. Yeah, we're playing something for
You're
it. To
bordering.
where like
You're bordering on spoiler territory here, Kanye.
I know, but it's kind of gonna get revealed in the next campaign. But because
Yeah.
it's kind of ties in with my subclass.
Well, in that case, you save it for okay, not next recording if we continue the Sunday path, but the next recording after that, then you can spiel.
Ah, it's so good though. But I will
Yeah,
say
I
this.
got the.
Rowdy was really concerned and really upset with me when I told him what kind of class I was gonna do.
I was.
He started panicking like he's like Kanye, whatever you do,
Don't do
don't.
it. But then whenever I found out the DM was the one who directed him to that path, I was like, okay, maybe DM was a little chaos. All right, let's go. I'm down.
hmm Well, because here's the thing. I wanted a character that was like kind of like pure chaos. That's what I wanted to kind of go for because based on the character where I feel like within our because here's my base because I feel like just like a big story. Whenever I come up with characters, I opportunities for the DM to like do whatever kind of deal, help manipulate. free reign in a way to up their like use their creativity. That's
Right.
what I like to do, kind of deal. That's what I did with my previous character, Zendrith, with Dragonborn Fighter, for character development. Uh, and there's been a lot of character development for Callus. In our most recent campaign, Callus, would say, like starting to get used to everyone and starts to like loosen up a bit around everyone.
Yeah. So the chaotic edge lord. Okay.
Okay,
You've been edge lording a lot, dude. I mean, I'm just saying.
bro. Well, here's the thing for his backstory and all that. It's very important. I feel
Oh yeah, no, no,
that's the
no. I
thing.
get it. I get it. And I
Because
was.
I was literally talking to C or DM about it, and he's like, well, because I was like, well, this is this. And he's like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And he literally was like, after a campaign, he's like, I'm glad that you went that this happened, because like because it seemed like he was trying to uh bring trying to bring points where like to bring us closer, but I
Mhm.
would stay away still. And when she's like, oh boy,
Right.
but
Yeah.
it's
Nah.
like
With my
I'm just
guy,
like,
all you
hmm?
know is that he is from the mountains. He knows nothing of like the city life and this and that the other. And very, it was very nomadic and and uncivilized, I guess you could say. He has kind of a tribal instinct about him. But it's oh, now one thing that I will say is that Iskander has a prosthetic uh, arm, has a prosthetic left arm, uh, with a tattoo above it of like a dragon's maw, you know, and the
On the prosthetic?
his left hand is prosthetic.
I,
I
I think I
told you
forgot.
this,
Loki
man.
forgot. I Loki forgot that detail.
It's prosthetic. He has like a goldish brass looking left arm from like the elbow down, or to just right above the elbow down. And but there's dragon maw on his forearm with the tattoo. The dragon's head is facing the arm, with jaws wide open. And yeah, but outside of that, he's just a big dude. He's 8 foot, freaking 350 pounds, muscle, freaking built like a tank. Okay, like a brick outhouse. Yeah, he's just a big dude, and he, you know, and the funny thing that I say to the DM whenever we're in a battle, he's like, "What do you want to do?" I whack it because I got a maul. It's like just a big old hammer, and I also have a axe as well, but it's just different points of attack kind of thing. But because of my subclass, I got a couple of cantrips I can use, but I can't use any spells whenever I'm raging. So there's kind of a downside to that. So it just
Mm.
depends on when he's raging, kind of thing. Um, because so I think the cantrips will be used more as utility than it will be as combat use, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. But now let's talk about some of the concepts that we were just talking about.
Oh yes,
Uh,
yes.
I'll let you go first.
All right. So I need to 1 second. I need to get to the right. Hey, here. Make sure I get into species. There we are. So I came up with a few kind of deal. which I would need to talk to the DM and all that, of course. Uh, of course, the first and all of which have to do with one specific species, which that species is uh the tortoise. I don't, because I don't know. I feel like you could do so much funny stuff, but very very impactful stuff. I feel with the tortoise species. Because like one of the things, the first things that we brought up was, you know, maybe I kind of wish I did like a tortoise sorcerer, so I had a high AC automatically, and all the spells and all that. Do like a little Master Oogway kind of deal. Uh, Another one for another class that we could have done was a gunslinger, a tortoise gunslinger, in which whenever like I haven't done research really on gunslinger, but I would picture this sniper guy here. But I would tell the DM whenever we're in combat, I would go every other turn. So like I would skip a turn because whenever I do make a hit with my rolls or my attack roll, it would be like 3 times, 2 to 3 times damage. Probably 3 times.
Yeah.
Because I would just be so slow pulling up the sniper.
Right. Which I
But
was
the one
thinking more
that
along the lines of like a tiefling, a red like a red
uh,
tiefling had a stone right hand, wears a trench coat, carries a revolver, had his horn sawn off. Go with the Hellboy vibe, which
yeah.
uh, it's one of the it was Hellboy is one of those movies that came from like the era of like action movies that didn't have a deep plot, but it was still entertaining, kind of thing. Uh, and Hellboy was, one of the better ones that I like. Okay, it's like it's not deep at all. It is just one of those turn your brain off and watch kind of things, and I liked it. But anyways,
But
but
the
the
one that we were both like really having fun talking about though was a tortoise bard. But for this tortoise, it would be with a banjo. And the concept that we would have is like a little red herring kind of deal, where the tourist, whenever it comes to like picking up, uh, picking up the instrument or picking up things or about to pull, about to play something, would be slow. But once he starts playing something, it's fast.
ding ding ding
It's
ding ding
quick.
ding ding ding, doing a very like it'd be very like a Flash from Zootopia, where Flash the Sloth, where he's very slow at everything, but then he gets behind the wheel of a car and he goes fast.
Oh yeah. Uh, yeah.
Nick. Yeah.
Imagine, wait, you Loki. Instead of a banjo, what about an electric guitar? But instead, it's like the master of puppets that plays around during combat. So like it's slow and also like dun 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 dun, dun, no, faster, faster.
Oh no,
Or no 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 not
I
faster,
kind of
master.
I kind of like the I like the banjo better. I think because it's more uh what's the word I'm looking for here? It's
Bluegrass.
more bluegrass, more out in the woods. Like just whenever you think turtles, you're thinking out in nature or close to a pond or something like that. Think of something in the south essentially. And
But I don't know. I feel like a cool concept would be it looks like a banjo but plays like an electric guitar though. I think that would be funny. The little red herring.
yeah, and then but then I thought about building off of that and playing as a heron, which is like a rabbit folk essentially. So we do this like tortoise and hare kind of thing. Oh, that'd be great. I have no idea what I would play because you are medium or small.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at it right now on D&D Beyond. You are medium or small. You choose the size when you select your race. So, I'd probably be medium, just for
Yeah.
that I'll pick for
I
mechanic reasons. But
yeah. But I feel like you would be more like a monk kind of deal, right?
yeah, I mean got a base speed of 30, so that that definitely be good. I mean, it's not as I don't think it'd be as broken as Tabaxi.
Mm.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
because Tabaxis are known to be broken monks. I think their top speed is 35, if I'm not mistaken.
I can maybe look here. Uh, Walking speed is 30 feet
For Tabaxis?
for Tabaxi. And you have the climbing speed equal to your walking speed.
Okay, so that's a no. Okay, so that's very so that's about the same then. Interesting, interesting. So yeah, so he would make a good monk, but which would be very, that again, that would be very outside of what I'm used to playing because I'm used to just tanking hits and delivering powerful blows, but monks are known for speed and just hit their opponent a bunch of times, But you can get like ungodly speed with monks. Like there was a oh we played my first major campaign that I finished. One of the guys in our group uh, played a monk, and I forgot what his top speed was, but we wound up doing the calculations, and he was able to go so fast that we were in like this cylindrical room. It was built like a cylinder. He was able to run up on the walls. There was a bunch of different platforms that went up to like 100 feet, and he was able to run along the side of the wall in a corkscrew pattern in order to reach like the 100-foot platform. And me, as a half orc paladin, just standing at the bottom, was like, okay, I guess I'll take care of things down here. Y'all have fun. It's like I can't do anything way up there. I have no way to get up because the next platform up for me is like 30 feet. Is like I have no way to get up there. Like maybe with a especially mid combat, it was ridiculous. But yeah, and he was playing a human, so throw that on a herring gun. Yeah, he could be pretty broken. You know, and not to mention, I haven't even looked at the new D&D to see, what, if what kind of buffs or debuffs or nerfs that monks have gotten. I have absolutely no idea because again, my wheelhouse is fighters and paladins for the most part. But I'm warming up to barbarian. I like the fact that I hit hard, and and I get and even though we're kind of balanced now, kind of even now, later on I'm just gonna be like really tanky because like I get ungodly amounts of hit points as a level up. Like I don't know where you're at right now, but I'm sitting at 29.
You know, you know, or HP.
Yeah,
I'm at 20 right now.
at 20. See, I'm already 9 ahead, and that gap is only going to get wider and wider, and that's what barbarians are kind of known for.
Yeah.
So,
What else?
they're used,
Uh,
especially whenever
no.
if we ever get up to level 10, Dude, it is, I will be the guy at the front of the party every time, whenever we get to that point. And those coconut crabs that freaking got me won't have a chance.
Yeah, well, I took care of most of the coconut crabs, to be honest.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, yeah. For those of you who don't know, yeah, last D&D session we came across like a whole like herd of coconut crabs, and my guy just had a taste of like adult coconut crab, and these were like a bunch of like little babies. So he's thinking, this is the equivalent of like popcorn shrimp of coconut crabs, right? So he's like, oh, well, I'll kill these and we can eat them. And then like more came, and then more came, and then more came, and it's like, oh, okay, no, we are outclassed, outmatched, whatever you want to call it. We are, yeah. So like I couldn't disengage quick enough, and I wound up, and I had to play with my character. I had to do what a Scander would do and not Rowdy would do, because Rowdy would have said, you know what, deuces, but Iskander was raging, and whenever he rages, it's almost a blind rage. He's not very aware of what's going on around him. He knows not to hit his allies, but that's about it. At that point, he has tunnel vision, and he is just going. So unless someone snaps him out of it, or something happens to kind of snap him out of it, then he's just gonna go. So I couldn't, so playing the character like that, I couldn't disengage, because I felt like, to me, that would be too metagamey, and that's the last thing I want to do is metagame. So so Iskander wound up going down, but he was brought back up, and then we were able to get out of there. I was brought out of the rage, and yeah, we made it out. So it was all good. But Dadgummit, Iskander's going to get his revenge. He's going to come back for that swarm whenever he's level 10 or 12 with a bunch of freaking stats where he can actually hit more than one time per turn, and he's going to go nuts, and we are going to have a feast, and it's going to be wonderful. But for now, I shall bide my time.
Yeah.
But the main
I
thing
know.
is that he
I was.
feels like a failure.
Mhm.
Uh, you know, I won't get too far into his background, because still there are things that that have not been revealed to the rest of the group, that only the DM knows, and I don't want to spoil anything. But
Right.
I will say that Iskander means protector or great defender, and he felt like he did not defend his party very well. He didn't protect his party. He let his own blind selfishness get in the way, and it put others at risk. And that just happened last session. So he's still feeling the sting of that, of that defeat, of that failure. So we'll see how his character development goes as we continue on playing.
Hmm. Now, I was debating, Loki, debating whether or not, because I believe we're going to like at least level 10 though. It sounds like at least.
Oh yeah, dude.
Uh, yeah. I was. I'm hoping we go like a little past that, maybe. So like maybe like,
12 or
because
something.
yeah, because I want to see if I could try and make it a multi-class as uh a sorcerer, because I would like to try and get what is it like a fighter subclass, so I could get more attacks, more spell attacks. I don't know, because I was looking here and or at my spells and all that, and by level 10, the best I get for a spell slot would be level 5.
Right. Yeah, I'm getting sidetracked now because I'm still looking at all the races.
Yeah. What is my? Oh, actually, I should look at my subclass level 6. Actually. Oh, oh, that. Wait, wait. You can see rolls. Oh, that's actually kind of sick. That's kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie. uh,
Sounded pretty good. Sounded pretty good. Anything juicy?
oh yeah. So pretty much it's uh kind of deal. All I can say is like, let's say with my like quote unquote demonic abilities, I guess you could say, Rowdy.
Ah, okay.
Uh, kind of change fate, kind of deal. If that makes sense. If you if you go into like D&D Beyond
Mm-hmm.
on my level 6 of my subclass, you would see what I mean.
Yeah. Uh, just go ahead and talk about it a little bit. I'm looking at Path of the World tree. Oh, I get
Wait, say that
temporary
again?
hit points. When I activate my rage, you gain temporary hit points equal to your barbarian level. So I get so I would get three uh temporary hit points and life giving force at the start of each of your turns. While your rage is active, you can choose another creature within 10 feet of yourself to gain temporary hit points. Roll a number of d6s equal to your rage damage bonus and add them together. Okay. So I can
Oh
also
yeah.
give others around me temporary hit points, and that goes on brand with the whole defender thing, you know. So if you're
Yeah,
worried about
but
being our glass cannon, if you're within 10 feet of me, I can give you some temporary hit points.
the problem is though, I feel because I believe it says something like because I looked at it a bit earlier, but I believe it's like once you rage, those temporary hit points disappear though. They vanish.
Oh, and I can. Level 6. Level 6 goes does the teleporting thing I was talking about, but instead of teleporting me,
So, yeah. I need to take a look at this. Hang
I
on one
I,
second.
I can use a reaction to, the target must succeed a strength saving throw, uh, DC 8 plus my strength modifier and proficiency bonus. Oh, both of those. Okay, so strength plus 5 and proficiency is. I don't see my proficiency. I'll look it up later. But yeah, proficiency plus 2, so 5. So 8 plus 7. Basically 15. They have to strength save of 15 or be teleported to an unoccupied space that I can see within 5 feet of myself or the nearest unoccupied space that I can see. And after the target teleports, you can reduce its speed to 0 until the end of the current turn. So it can't do anything. It is trapped for until I guess the next turn.
So pretty much, when you're kind of wanting to go first, usually, right?
Say what?
Because
No, no,
wouldn't
no.
that
Like,
not be
repeat the
really
question.
beneficial if you're last? So like, wouldn't you want to be would it be more beneficial if you were like first on initiative then?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's always more beneficial whenever I'm first on initiative, just because I'm the tank, and I want to be the first guy in. Which I'm always the
Well,
guy who
yeah,
wants
I'm
to be
talking about for
first
like
boots on the
for that.
ground and last one out.
Well, yeah, I'm just mentioning. I'm just talking about for your future to be like your level 6 feature to be effective though.
Oh, and then well, they don't. DM's not doing mastery this go around, but still at level 10, I have an extra 10 feet reach. So say my reach right now with a maul, let's say the reach with that is 10 feet. Well, at level 10, it would be at 20 feet instead, as long as the melee weapon has a heavy or versatile property. So that's pretty cool. And then level 14. Okay, and then level 14 is where I can teleport myself up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space that I can see. In a distant one per rage, you can increase the range of that teleport. Once per rage, you can increase the range of that teleport to 150 feet. When you do so, you can also bring up to 6 willing creatures who are within 10 feet of you. So if I'm raging, once per rage, I can take all of us up to 150 feet.
Oh wow.
As long as they are within 10 feet of me. And each creature teleports to an unoccupied space of your choice within 10 feet of your destination space.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so this is going to be
with my
fun.
character, yeah. So with my uh once I get level 6, I don't get another really crazy thing until level 14. Un Unfortunately.
I mean, that's. Yeah, I mean, let me see. Yeah, I mean, for the World Tree, yeah, 3, 6, 10, and 14 are all pretty solid. Level 10 isn't that crazy, but an extra 10 feet is pretty solid still. Um, but I can't wait till we get to level 5 where I can actually get an extra attack.
Oh yeah. That'd be crazy if like you were like a paladin fighter. Or not paladin fighter, barbarian fighter. So like you were mainly barbarian, but you used like 3 levels of fighter.
Oh, just so I can get second wind?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, well, not second wind, but so you get like the second attack.
oh, well, I mean,
Because that's what happens when you get level 3.
oh, you get
Second
level.
wind is the only second wind's now where it's like you get, I believe it was like you roll 1d10 for a
Mhm.
bonus action for to restore health.
Gotcha.
I think
Yeah,
that's how it goes.
yeah, no, that's what extra attack is. But there's also something else. Dadgummit, I am drawing a blank here. I know exactly what it is, but you basically get to redo your attacks all over again.
For fighter,
Yeah,
I believe was it?
Fast move. Oh, and also at level 5, I get fast movement. Your speed increases by 10 feet while you aren't wearing heavy armor. So my speed increases from. Holy cow. I go from 35 to 45. Get the mobile feed, and I will be a fast dude. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm trying. Sorry, I'm just trying to find which one you were talking about.
Yeah. Action surge. You get that at level.
Yeah,
You get that at level 2. And fighter is the same way. You get an extra attack at level 5
yeah. So you only need 2 levels of fighter then.
to get action surge. Oh, dude, that would be sick. This,
I Loki, if we get a little past level 10, I might do that, Loki.
I might. I
I'm
would
not gonna
really
lie.
like it if this campaign, because we got so much that we can do, and we haven't accomplished any of our goals yet. So we got basically 4 storylines to go down.
Well, 5 technically, because we're on the first one still.
Well, yeah, but that's mainly just to get out of the. But I'm talking about our personal goals. We have 4.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, you're right. We still have 5, and then whatever else the DM decides to throw at us. But yeah, but
Because I would like the. Oh no! Shoot, the extra attack.
yeah, that's what I was talking
Uh,
about.
would be level 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You don't get that till level 5, but you get action surge at level 2. So you essentially have an extra attack.
Yeah. What's surge again?
Action surge, you basically get um
Oh, except the magic action.
yeah, you can't do
Oh
it.
wait,
Yeah,
except oh, that would suck. Okay, I can't do that then.
what?
I can't use that then.
What action surge for yeah, you can't you can't do any form of magic twice per turn. Unless there's some I think there's certain cases of warlocks, not very many, but I think there's like a certain one that you can, and then wizards. Like that's basically the only thing. Outside of that, it's
Yeah.
you only get like 1 magic per turn, unless you have like a different feat kind of thing. What I say, and there's also some tidbit about depending on your class between spells and cantrips. Like you can use where certain classes will allow you to use like 1 spell and 1 cantrip per turn, kind of thing. But yeah, no. But if I picked up, but yeah, because action surge you can push yourself beyond your don't. On your turn, you can take one additional action, except the magic action. So you could use an action another turn to hit again. So if I uh so if I got the extra attack and then got action surge, so I'm basically attacking 3 times.
Mhm.
So that'd be fun. That would be lots of fun. You
That
know,
it would.
and then Brutal Strike if you use reckless, and then at level 9. Oh well, yeah, and then level 7 Feral Instinct and Instinctive Pounce. I get 2. at level 7. Your instincts are so honed that you have advantage on initiative rolls. Nice. Need that. And then instinctive pouts. As part of the bonus action you take to enter your rage, you can move up to half your speed. Oh, so while I'm raging, I can move half of 35 rounded up, which, so that's 18. So I can so another 18 feet. So 17. So that's basically 20 feet. Because it's in fives. So so level 7, I get advantage on initiative, and I can move an extra 20 feet, and that's with my bonus action. That's not even counting my regular movement. And then level 9, I get Brutal Strike, which is if you use Reckless Attack, you can forego any advantage on one strength based attack roll of your choice on your turn. Then the chosen attack roll mustn't have disadvantage. It can't have disadvantage. If the chosen attack roll hits, the target takes an extra 1d10 damage of the same type dealt by the weapon or unarmed strike. If you can cause one brutal strike effect of your choice, and you can cause one brutal strike effect of your choice, you have to follow. You have the following options to choose from: forceful blow, which is the target is pushed 15 feet straight away from you. So I can hit him so hard that I knock him back 15 feet, and then you can then move up to half your speed straight toward the target without provoking opportunity attacks. So I can knock a guy out the way, and then walk past people to go after that guy. And then there's also a hamstring blow, which the target speed is reduced by 15 feet until the start of my next turn. And a target can be affected by only one hamstring blow at a time, which is the most recent one. So, and then Relentless Rage, level 11. Your rage can. That's at a level 11. Your rage can keep you fighting despite grievous wounds. If you drop to 0 hit points while your rage is active and don't die outright, you can make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. If you succeed, your hit points instead change to a number equal to twice your barbarian level. So 11. So I can shoot back up to 22 at 11. And then each time you use this feature after the first, the DC increases by 5. So if I go to so the DC is 10 first, but then if I go down again, it goes up to 15. And then
Like, is that during the same during the same combat, or is
during the
that does it
same
reset after a longer?
during the same rage.
Okay.
But and that's only oh no, that's just, I take that back. That's per rest. It said when you finish
per long rest.
No, just rest, because it said when you finish a short or long rest, the DC resets to 10.
Oh.
And then let's and just assuming, and then this will be the last one I go over, because we're assuming that we stop at 14. You improved Brutal Strike. You have honed new ways to attack furiously. The following effects are now among your Brutal Strike options: Staggering Blow. The target has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes, and it can't make opportunity attacks until the start of my next turn. Sundering Blow. Before the start of your next turn, the next attack roll made by another creature against the target gains a +5 to the roll. So if we're both attacking the same guy, and and I hit it, then before my next turn, the next roll that's if you attack it next, you get a +5 bonus to your attack roll.
So wait, where is this under, Rowdy?
This is under Improved Brutal Strike. It's the basic barbarian class features. It's before you get into the subclass stuff.
Okay. Attacker has disadvantage. Okay. Oh, okay. I should look at my uh. Keep going. I should pull up my sorcerer
Yeah.
stuff. So what it has.
Now, in that case, I'll go to level 15 and I'll stop there. Persistent rage. When you roll initiative, you can regain all expended uses of rage. So if I was just in a fight, or if we get through two fights and I use two rages, and then we get to a third fight and I roll initiative, I can regain all expended uses of rage. And then after you regain uses of rage in this way, you can't do so again until the next long rest. So hopefully, I don't need to get into a fourth fight. And in addition, your rage is so fierce that it now lasts for 10 minutes without you needing to do anything to extend it from round to round. Your rage ends early if you have the unconscious condition, not just the incapacitated condition, or if I don heavy armor. So, note to self, no heavy armor. Which I'm not proficient with heavy armor anyway, so I'm not going to use it.
So in terms of big things or whatever, the only big thing that we'll probably get to is level 7. Because the other ones are 19 and 20.
Right.
Which level 3, so sorcerer class, ability score improvement for level 4, level 5, sorceress restoration. When you finish a short rest, you can regain expended sorcery points, but no more than a number equal to half your sorcerer level, round down. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest.
Nice.
And then level 7 is Sorcery Incarnate. You have no uses of innate sorcery left. You can use it if you spend 2 sorcery points when you take the bonus action to activate it. In addition, while you innate sorcery, uh, while your innate sorcery feature is active, you can use up to 2 of your red magic options on each spell you cast. So, not as exciting and entertaining as you, but that I feel like that just gives
It
me
gives you
I don't know, because
more options, I guess. Makes you more versatile.
yeah, but I feel like if we were to go to like a level 14, let's say,
Yeah. Oh, I would love it if this campaign went all the way up to level 20. That
yeah,
would be.
because I'm debating whether or not wait immediately because I start spell with a spell slot, you can create an finder. Okay, I feel like my last two big features for my subclass, I wouldn't really need Loki when you think about it. So I feel like I would do a multi-class kind of deal.
Yeah. Well, the only thing is you won't be able to get because here's the only downside to multi-classing. If we make it to level 20, then even if you only took, let's say, one in uh, 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 Bard, just picking randomly for a second, then you would only have one one level of Bard and only up to 19 of Sorcerer.
Right.
So,
But
uh,
I don't if we were to level 20, I would only need I could get a subclass of something else because uh in terms of
yeah,
what is
I
it?
mean,
Level 9 spell slots and all that.
mhm.
I get my level 9 spell slot at level 17.
Right.
So I can get three levels of something else.
Yeah.
In which The only other ones for sorcerer, if I could find it again, is literally just so level 19 epic boon. You gain an epic boon feat or another feat of your choice of
Y-
for which you qualify.
Yeah,
And then
and
arcane apotheosis.
yeah, and
While you're in
go ahead.
sorry. While your innate sorcery features is active, you can use one meta magic option on each of your turns without spending sorcery points on it. Which the following options are available. Careful spell. When you cast a spell that forces other creatures to make a saving throw, you can protect some of those creatures from the spell's full force. To do so, spend one sorcery point and choose the number of those creatures up to your charisma modifier. Minimum one creature. As chosen creatures, chosen creature automatically succeeds on a saving throw against the spell, and it takes no damage if it would normally take half damage on a successful save. Okay, that would be good for a support. Distance spell. When you cast a spell that has a range of at least 5 feet, you can spend one source point to double the spell's range. Or when you cast that spell's range of that has a range of touch, you can spend one source point to make the spell's range 30 feet. Extent or empowered spell. When you roll damage for a spell, you can spend one sorcery point to re-roll a number of damage dice up to your charisma modifier. Number of one, or minimum of one, and you must use the new rules. You can use empowered spells even if you've already used a different meta magic option during the casting of the spell. Uh, Extended spell. When you cast a spell that has a duration of 1 minute or longer, you could spend one sorcery point to double its duration to a maximum duration of 24 hours. Hmm. Uh, if the effective spell requires concentration, you have advantage on any saving throws you make to maintain that concentration. Heightened spell. When you cast a spell that forces a creature to make a saving throw, you spend two sorcery points to give one target of the spell disadvantage on the saves against the spell. Quicken spell. You cast a spell that has a casting time of an action. You could spend two sorcery points to change the casting time to a bonus action for this casting. You can modify a spell in this way if you've already casted a spell one level. More than level one spell on the current turn, nor can you uh cast a level 1 plus spell
Mm,
on this turn after modifying the spell this way. Seeking spell. If you make an attack roll for a spell and miss, you can spend one sorcery point to reroll a d20, and you must use the new roll. You can use seeking spells even if you've already used a different meta magic. Subtle spell. When you cast a spell, to spend one sorcery point, you can cast it without any verbal, somatic, or material components, except material components that are consumed by the spell or have a cost specified to the spell. Uh, a transmuted spell. When you cast a spell that deals a type of damage from the following list, you can spend one sorcery point to change that damage type to one of the other listed types. I don't need that though. I don't need that.
I mean, you
Like
might.
no, I don't, because one of my spells does that literally.
Yeah, but what
I
if you
could
need a
I
different
I
spell to do that?
I could literally cast that spell as a level 9 spell because I roll all those dice, and then once I get what is it, a literally, I could, if I have the same number on like of any of those dice, it bounces off to the next target,
But
and I
but
roll
you
to attack for them.
didn't you just say it changes the element though?
You can you can change the element. You
Okay,
can change the element with that as well.
that's the
So
thing.
like,
That's the biggest part of that then, because
well,
say
that,
you need.
the spell that I'm talking about also does that.
Okay, but I mean, but I'm just saying if you need to, say you want to cast fireball, but you're doing it against a creature that is resistant to fire, but is uh, but is weak to, let's say, ice, then that fireball becomes an ice ball. So if you're going up against a swamp plant or something, where it's, it kind of resistant to fire because it's I don't know monsters or anything, but I'm just throwing out a random
Well, I already
thought in my head.
have. Well, I already have the meta magic right now. Transmuted spell. I already
Okay,
have that right now.
so I mean it might be redundant, but still not ain't terrible. No, but the thing I'm looking at
Yeah.
now, and this will be the last thing that we can look at, and then we're gonna have to you know end the show. Uh, but the epic boon feats that you get at 19 are freaking ridiculous. Yeah,
Example.
example, you have Boon of Energy Resistance. You gain the following benefits. Ability score increases one ability score of your choice by 1 to a maximum of 30. Uh, and realize that your regular maximum is 20. Okay, 1. Energy resistance. You gain resistance to 2 of the following damage types of your choice: acid, cold, fire, lightning, necrotic, poison, psychic, radiant, or thunder. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can change your choices. And then you get energy redirection with that. When you take damage of one of the types chosen for energy resistance benefit, you can take a reaction to direct damage of the same type toward another creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself that isn't behind total cover. And if you do so, that creature must succeed a dexterity saving throw, DC 8 plus your constitution modifier proficiency bonus, or take damage equal to 2d12 plus your constitution modifier. And that's one. But the one that I would probably pick, because I was looking through these and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. No. Boon of Skill. You gain the following benefits: the ability score of 1 to a maximum of 30. And then all around adept. You gain proficiency in all skills.
Hmm.
So acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, athletics, deception, history, the whole freaking list. You gain proficiency in all of that. And then one is if you have, and then the next thing you get is expertise. Choose one skill in which you lack expertise. You gain expertise in that skill. So say you're pretty good at, uh, you know, athletics, but you want to be better at it. Then you can choose expertise for athletics. Or from what I understand, you can go, you just gain expertise like period from 0 to, you go from 0 to 100. So say, like religion for me right now is -1, and then I can go straight up to having expertise in that in religion. Not that I would, because that doesn't you know do anything for my character, but still, it's like I'm good at everything. I become a pretty much adept at everything. That is crazy.
Um, I feel like
You know. Oh,
I feel like there might be a little bit.
and if you're a monk, boon of speed would, you gain your speed increases by 30 feet, and then you also get you get the ability score increase and all that. But escape artist, as a bonus action, you can take the disengage action, which also ends the grappled condition on you. So you can disengage. So if you're grappled, you can disengage, and you basically just escape, but your speed increases by 30, and that could be crazy because say if they're a monk in the if you're a monk and the DM decides to trap you in something like goo or something, you are considered grappled. Then you can use the disengage to get out of it, And on top of things, I mean, you're a freaking monk. You're already fast as Hades, anyways. But now you have an extra 30 feet that you can cover. Spoon of
Okay.
bell, a boon, spell recall. Increase your intelligence, charisma, or wisdom by 1 to a maximum of 30. Like, all these is to 30. Like, increases your maximum to 30, apparently. And then free casting, whenever you cast a spell with a level 1 to 4 spell slot, roll a 1d4. If the number roll is the same as the spell slot's level, then the slot isn't expended.
So,
So if you roll a level 2 spell and then you roll a d4, then that spell is now free.
so what I could do, if in that case, so like you said, like in term, are you turn so like the in terms of like charisma, intelligence, that thing. There's like, are you where it's like -1 + 4 kind of deal? Is that what you mean?
I'm talking
Like
about
increase that by
yeah.
you increase that part to like +1 or +30.
No, no,
Oh,
no. You increase the 16, the 14.
mm,
Like my strength is 16, which gives me +3, right? So, but I can increase
mhm.
that +1, and it increases my maximum up to 30.
Oh,
So, like
okay.
as before, my maximum would only be up to 20, but now my maximum is at 30. But I don't. Well, no. But okay, but still, you would only. But you don't get that till you're 19.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, I feel like I get look for something else too.
Yeah. So unless you find something else to increase it beforehand, up to like 25 or something, and then you're able to increase that ability score, because like the main thing for me is like I want to get my intelligence up from 9 to 10, just so I'll be at a 0 on intelligence.
Hmm.
Uh, as far as instead of having a -1, so it just be all my rolls for intelligence will be natural, and then after that I am putting everything into strength, because the stronger I am, the harder I hit. I might throw some over in dexterity, maybe Constitution, but I mean, but the other three are like, I don't need it really. Like the wisdom, charisma. I'm here for whacking things. That's it. But with that said, though, you got any closing thoughts here, Kanye?
Yeah, but the little uh challenge our brains, with the whole uh any
Hold up, Kanye. You're breaking up a little bit, pal.
issue.
Yeah, from all that I heard issue. Oh, left, came back. You here? Well, it looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties here, folks. If I'm not mistaken, Kanye is still going through a bit of a storm. So, we'll just go ahead and wrap up here, I suppose. So, with that said, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe for even more of our nonsense and randomness, and just letting the ADHD run wild. We actually stayed pretty on topic this episode with D&D throughout the whole thing, and it didn't devolve into anime. There was an anime reference here and there, but that was about it. So, with that said, see y'all. Love y'all. God bless y'all. Y'all have a most
Oh, hello.
wonderful evening. Oh, he's back. Okay. I was in the middle of the outro because.
I'm back.
Okay, okay. Let's. Any closing thoughts there, Kanye?
Okay, sorry about that. In here is pretty bad, pretty bad. But unfortunately, we never got to do the whole uh kind of like character designs or whatever based on like our cartoon or anime characters kind of deal. But I'm sure we'll be able to do that next time. But if you haven't, if you're very hesitant on doing D&D at all, please do it. It allows me a lot very creative. Let let your like I guess wild side, let your creativity run wild kind of deal. And above all, as long as you have a good group, a great DM to help you along the way, it's just a fun time kind of deal. It's almost like an addiction. But but anyways, I do hope each and every one of you people are uh, have a lovely day, lovely evening wherever you guys are. Hopefully, hopefully you're being any obstacle that is in your way. And those are the only thoughts I have.
Very good. Very well said. So, with that said, try this again on the outro. Leave a like, subscribe for any more of our nonsense. And I mean, kind of like I was just saying, we stayed pretty on topic. I mean, we didn't deviate and fall into the depravity of anime or anything. Oh, we for once we stayed focused. So hey, not too much ADHD, just more down the rabbit hole. So love y'all. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Go ahead and drop kick it for us so that you can know whenever we drop another video. And with that said, love y'all. God bless y'all, and keep it rowdy, my dudes.